bunch of musket changes coming up. Both power shot and powder burn can now be loaded while walking. Sticky Bomb gets a small mobility buff, as it can keep moving during the throwing animation. However, at the same time they removed its ability to stagger. Hit Your Mark passive gets a solid buff, as the bonus damage now also applies to non-critical hits. And the most interesting change, Ballistic Advantage. Updated passive to no longer remove damage falloff entirely, but reduce damage falloff by 50% after 50 meters.
What does that mean?
Now, if you're running a musket without any perks, your damage will start to decrease after 50 meters, and at 125 meters away from your target, you will only deal about 62.7% of your initial damage. Currently, the perk Ballistic Advantage completely negates that effect and allows the musket to be unaffected by the drop-off. However, with the upcoming change, Ballistic Advantage no longer fully cancels this effect, but only 50% of it, making this an 18.6% damage nerf at maximum range. Sounds like a lot, but it isn't. Turns out, the elemental portion of your damage is unaffected by the falloff. So if you run a T5 gem in your musket that converts 50% of your physical to elemental damage, you'll only be nerfed by about 9% at a maximum range. Then, if you further increase the elemental portion of your damage by running a 150 int for the extra 15% elemental damage, you decrease that nerf to 8.6% at maximum range. And if you're looking at a more realistic scenario where the musket sits 75 to 110 meter away from its target, that only results in a 3 to 7% damage nerf. And you can reduce that even more with runeless gems in your armor, attunement on your weapon, add on top of that increased damage for non-critical hits with a new Hit Your Mark passive, and you find out that nerf at long distances is really small. If you're interested in even more numbers, you'll find a link down below.